এবার করুণা করো বৈষ্ণব গোসাই এবার করুণা।
Okay, Boo, what's your name?
Giridhari Das,
And where you from?
Finland.
And how did you become a devotee in 10 minutes?
Well, I was born in Finland, then I moved to Australia, and I attended Gurukul in Australia for about 5 years. Then
in Australia?
in New Govardhan farm, Wollongba.
Okay.
And due to Krishna's arrangement, we had to leave Australia, and we went via India back to Finland. And then I was living in Finland, and would go to the ISKCON temple and doing my studies.
Right.
And then one day my mom I saw on her altar she had a new picture on her altar, and it was a picture of Gurudev. So I used to look at the picture and I used to wonder, who is this devotee? Who is this?
Did you just ask your mom?
Oh, she told me, my previous guru fell down, so I went looking for a real guru, and I wanted to have a real guru. I wanted to have an Indian guru. Western gurus, they always fall down. So I wanted to have a guru from India. So she said, this is my new Gurudev, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And but that I wasn't so much like practicing or anything at that time. I was studying.
So how old were you when that happened?
This was about I was 17 maybe.
Okay, so 1990.
9.
Okay.
So then after that, then my mom, she invited a couple of preachers over to Finland, and one of them happened to be my old school buddy Rup Kishore.
Okay.
And there was a sannyasi and a few others traveling with him.
Okay.
And then I heard Harikatha, and I saw my old, Gurukul buddy, and I thought, wow, this is really nice.
Right.
And then, just like a miracle, Gurudev's mercy just, came, touched my heart, and after that, I just dropped out of school, and I had a military service to take care of, so I went to the military, dressed up with a dhoti, kartals and mridanga, everything.
Was that before you met Gurudev?
Yes.
Okay.
This was before I met Gurudev, and no, wait, sorry. No, what happened was actually, I dropped out of school, and then Gurudev was coming to Germany in 2000, December. So then I bought a few tickets, me and my mother and my sister, and we flew down to Germany, attended the festival there. And there I took Harinam and Diksha from Gurudev. I was already chanting about 16 rounds by then. And so they recommended me for Diksha. And I was really, really happy. Then after that, I went back to Finland, and I didn't go back home. I joined a preaching center. Grihastha couple there had a preaching center in Helsinki, and I was there. And then that's when about a month after that, I had to go. Then I went for my military service, and I went dressed up in dhoti and everything, and I arrived like midnight at the army base. It was on the border of Russia somewhere, in the middle of nowhere. It took forever to find it. I got there, and the military police picked me up and basically put me in. And I started doing Mangal Arati and, Arati and hanging up, burning incense and playing Mridanga kartals. And they thought, oh my God, this guy's going to be a disturbance. This is crazy. So then they sent me to the priest next morning, and I talked to the priest, but he didn't know anything. He had a few newspaper cutouts about the Hare Krishnas, and he was like, so you're these guys or what? And I was like, yeah. So then after that, he was like, so what do you want to do? I was like, I came to do my military service, but I got to practice do my dharma, practice my bhakti.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, okay. And then after that same evening, they transferred me to a military hospital. Yeah. And then they were trying to give me some food and water, and I said, no, I'm pure vegetarian. I only eat from the hands of Brahmana or Vaishnav, and sorry, I can't accept anything you offer. So I didn't take any water, food, or anything. So they got all worried. And then they tried to give me some dry fruits and this and that. And I was like, no, I don't want them. But then I secretly ate a few anyway. So then, after that, they were like, okay, this guy's not letting back. So then the next morning, what happened was, then they took me to a council and they interviewed me, and I said, well, yeah, this material life is like material forest of existence. Samsara is full of dogs, hogs, and camels and asses, and gave them that whole kata, and then they're like, okay, let you off for 3 years. Could come back in 3 years though. And after that, I went back to the preaching center, and about a few months after that, I came to India. Then I came to stay in the mat, and ever since I never went back. Except in 2009, my passport ran out, then I had to go back again to Finland because the military was again calling me. And I went back and I did the same thing again, basically, and then this time they were like, yeah, okay, we're letting you out for good. And they let me out for good, and I've been here ever since doing bhakti.
You got away with it. So, what was it like? What was it like when you first met Gurudev? You met him in Germany in 2000. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 2000 December, the German festival. It's really nice. His first class, he was giving an explanation of Samsara Dhava Navanila Loka, the Guru Ashtakam.
Yeah.
And he spoke about Anya Vilash Deshunim in that festival, Rup Shiksha, how Rup and Sanatana Goswami, they came and they left. They also, how they came out of the Muslim government and they came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They had wonderful classes. It was really, really inspiring, and I was really, really happy. So, and after that, I never went. After I met Gurudev, I never went back home after that.
Did you speak to him?
Yeah, I mean, I went for the Diksha. I went for the Diksha darshan, for the Diksha, and I didn't. There was private darshans, but I didn't have any. I was very new that time, so.
Okay.
But basically, it was really, it's all Gurudev was doing. First, how my mom she met Gurudev. Shamarani brought my mom to Gurudev, and then Then my mom invited basically Gurudev's preachers to my house, and they through their Harikatha I got influenced, and it was after that it was just the fast track.
Okay.
It was very all Gurudev's mercy.
And when did you take red cloth?
In 2002, about a year after I came to the Mat.
It was like 2 years after you met Gurudev.
Yeah, Gurudev was, he was doing his worldwide preaching mission, so he was inspiring everyone, and that when you're in that kind of high class sadhu sangha, then everything becomes possible. Lava matta sarva siddhi hoy. Even as a moment's association, one can attain all perfection. That is if you really have that high class kind of association. So Gurudev always encouraged us to, do our bhakti, do our bhajan, and even though Brahma, Shiva, Narad, Indra, even they were not able to conquer this enemy of lust, but in Gurudev's association, even the most fallen, insignificant soul like myself can, stay in the mat and do bhajan by his mercy. So that just shows you the power of real sadhu sangha and Sadguru like Srila Gurudev.
So it was like a definite change, like when you met Gurudev. It's like
oh yeah.
You're born into a devotee family, right? So you already knew the philosophy. But it was like you already knew the philosophy because you were born in a devotee family. But it was like a definite change when you met Gurudev.
Yeah, before, you're just a little kid and you're in Gurukul, you go doing Tulsi Parakam, dancing in kirtans, watching the senior devotees do eating gulab jamun contests, and, it was all fun and, all that, but there was no real philosophical understanding. Then once you enter into high school, you go to Karmi school, then you just forget all that. You just get caught up in your own life.
Right.
So, but,
So it's bad, that high school really is destructive.
Yeah, Karmi schools, they're still just materialistic people. I was fortunate, I had a Christian friend, so he never, that friend, he never drank or smoked or anything, and
right.
So I had, even Krishna protected me in that way somewhat.
Right.
But it was really, once I met Gurudev, then I dropped out of, I had half a year left to finish my degree in college, I just dropped out.
Right.
And even one of my friends, he was like, I can't understand, how can a person change so fast?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's nothing there for me. I just felt like I got to be there with the Vaishnavas.
Right.
It was a force pulling me. So
Cool.
Gurudev inspires that greed in everyone's heart, and I was fortunate to experience that.
Okay, and any advice for people like yourself who are born in devotee families, how they can become devotees, how they can progress on the path of bhakti?
People who are born in devotee families, I mean, they're very, very fortunate. Because they have, from birth, they've been able to come in contact with Krishna consciousness. But if we want to perfect one's life, then it's described in Srimad Bhagavatam that Tasmad Gurung Prapadyeta Yigya Asushaya Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnadam Brahmanyo Upashamasham. That if you have to become inquisitive, you have to have a desire to understand what is the ultimate perfection. And when you are inquisitive in that way, you'll pray to Krishna for a Sadguru. And in the association of such high-class Mahabhagat Sadguru, then it's possible to become inspired and really practice your bhajan in a dedicated way. Without kind of association, it's very, very hard. Maya is very, very strong, and the jiva is very, very small, infinitesimal. It's not possible for the jiva, by his own will, to perform bhajan. What to speak of Baddha jivas? Even in Golak Vrindavan, it says that Krishna Prem Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sangha. Krishna Prem Janma Teha Puna Mukyanga. That to awaken Krishna Prem, Sadhu Sangha is the principal limb of bhakti. But even after Krishna Prem has awakened, Sadhu Sangha still remains the principal limb. Even when you go to Golak Vrindavan, then there you're under the guidance of the Sakhis and the Raj Devis, and you're serving Radha Krishna there under their guidance in that association. So without association, it's not possible to do bhakti. It's impossible. So you have to pray to Krishna, be sincere. I want high-class association. I want to surround myself with those people who desire and want that, to attain that Krishna Prem, that Braj Bhakti. And then when you find yourself in that association, then you'll be able to perform your bhajan very, very nicely. It'll become very easy and smooth. Otherwise, it's not possible. Not in millions and millions of births.
Okay, Giridhari Prabhu, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad, Hare Krishna.
Dandavad, Hare Krishna.